Hello once again, my friends and my fellow lovers of the SS United States. I've got another little update on the docket. So let's do a little recap and then we'll build up to the latest documents put into the docket. Today is May 9th, 2025. The docket was last updated on May 8th, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. This case is the New York Coalition to Save the Steamship United States Incorporated versus Okaloosa County, Florida. The judge is M. Casey Rogers, and the case number is 325-CV-00212. So the parties involved, the defendant is Okaloosa County, Florida. They are represented by Matthew Reed Shad, as well as Elmer Coronado Ignacio. The plaintiff is the New York Coalition to Save the Steamship United States Incorporated, and they're represented by James M. Maloney. So taking a look at the docket, this case began on Sunday, March 2nd, 2025. The first document was the complaint against Okaloosa County. The second document entered was a notice of filing proposed summons by New York Coalition to Save the Steamship SS United States. That was filed by James Maloney. The third document, we're going to March 3rd now, is the corporate disclosure statement, their certificate of interest, persons by New York Coalition to Save the SS United States, and that was filed by James Maloney. And now we see the summons. The summons was issued to Okaloosa County, Florida, and that is the fourth document, and that was issued on March 3rd, 2025. That's the fourth document, and that is the United States District Court. And this is a summons in a civil action. Okaloosa County, 1250 N. Elgin Parkway, Shalimar, Florida, 32579. And the lawsuit has been filed by James M. Maloney, 33 Bayview Avenue, Port Washington, New York, 11050. So the next document would be the document number 10, and that would be added on March 28th, 2025. So the motion to dismiss for failure to state a claim, an incorporated memorandum by law, Okaloosa County, Florida, and that was filed by Elmer Ignacio, and that included the set deadline to Okaloosa County, Florida's motion to dismiss. So now we come up to April 11th, and we have document 11 now. And this is a notice of intention to file an amended complaint by the New York Coalition to Save the SS United States, and that was filed by James Maloney. And then they did file the amended complaint on Friday, April 18th of 2025, and that was document number 12. Among them was they wanted to stop the cutting of the funnels and the mutilation of the superstructure. So now we go to April 21st of 2025, and there is an action required by the district judge, Chambers of Judge M. Casey Rogers. Action is needed. So now we go to Wednesday, April 23rd of 2025, and document 13 is submitted, and that's the order 10 to dismiss the complaint. The motion was denied. So when we take a look at that document, this is the United States District Court, Northern District of Florida, Pensacola Division. And the ruling is on consideration. The motion is denied as moot. See ECF number 12. Defendant must respond to plaintiff's amended complaint, ECF number 12, within 14 days of the date of this order. Done and ordered on the 23rd day of April 2025. M. Casey Rogers, United States District Judge. Now we move to Friday, April 25th. Document number 14 now is the report of Rule 26F, Planning Meeting. And that was filed by Elmer Ignacio. And this is the report of parties planning meeting form in accordance with Rule 26F. The parties conferred through their counsel identified as follows. For the plaintiff is James M. Maloney, Esquire. For the defendant is Elmer C. Ignacio, Esquire. So going down to the nature and the basis of the claims and the defense. So for the plaintiff's claims in this action, which seeks only equitable relief and not damages, arise in the context of the unique circumstances present here. 1. The people of the United States have a federal sovereign interest in the future of the vessel. 2. The rapidity of the events leading to the decision to sink the vessel after she had remained afloat for decades required that such sovereign interest not be irrevocably defeated without ample review beforehand by the political branches of the federal government, especially given that the executive branch has been given express authority by Congress to take the vessel for public use. 3. The dismantling of the vessel without prior review by appropriate federal agencies should be prevented. 4. Plaintiff and its members have a relationship to the vessel that gives rise to potential injury in fact and therefore standing. And 5. Additionally, various doctrines arising under law and/or equity permit plaintiff to seek the equitably relief sovereign here on behalf of the sovereign until the sovereign appears in the action. So when it comes to the defendant, as an initial matter, plaintiffs lack the standing to bring this case, primarily because plaintiff has not and cannot assert any injury in fact, which is required to demonstrate the requisite standing. Plaintiff also has not and cannot claim or state a claim for which relief can be granted. The plaintiff also has no private right of action to seek relief under either common law or equity. Public Laws 92-296 and 94-536, the National Historic Preservation Act of 66, and any rules and regulations related to the NHPA and/or Ocean Dumping Act. The defendant also denies that the people of the United States have an actionable sovereign interest in the future of the SS United States. Denies that plaintiff is entitled to any review of any alleged sovereign interest by any political branch of the federal government. Denies the executive branch has given authority to Congress to take the vessel for public use. Denies plaintiff is entitled to or has cause of action to compel any review by any federal agency before dismantling of the SS United States. Denies plaintiff and its members have any relationship to the vessel giving rise to any injury in fact and/or standing, and denies any doctrine arising under any law and/or equity permit plaintiff to seek the equitable relief on behalf of the sovereign until the sovereign appears in the action. And C, the factual and legal issues in dispute are whether the plaintiff has standing to bring a claim to delay the defendant from removing the twin stacks as well as the other parts of the SS United States superstructure. 2, whether the plaintiff has standing to seek an order from the court requiring the defendant to obtain a permit under the MPRSA and/or Ocean Dumping Act before the defendant removes the twin stacks and superstructure of the SS United States. 3, whether the plaintiff has stated a claim upon which relief can be granted. And 4, all other issues raised in a plaintiff's amended complaint and/or defendant's forthcoming motion to dismiss and answer and affirmative defenses. So this was submitted on April 25th. James M. Maloney, Elmer C. Ignacio, the counsel for the defendant. And on the bottom is the certificate of service, and it is respectfully signed by Elmer C. Ignacio, the attorney. Okay, so the next update would be on April 28th, and that would be Monday, 2025, and that would be a notice the action is required by the district judge, the chambers of Judge M. Casey Rogers. Notification that action is needed for Rule 26F, the planned meeting. And then we go up and that would be May 7th. So the document number 15 would be the motion by Okaloosa County, Florida. And what they want to do is they want a motion to dismiss. And one of the things that they have in the exhibits is they actually have a license from the Army Corps of Engineers allowing them to do the sinking for the artificial reefs. Document number 16 is the motion to dismiss for failure to state a claim, an incorporated memorandum by law of Okaloosa County, Florida. And that was, again, filed by Elmer Ignacio. Wherefore, defendants Okaloosa County, Florida respectfully request this court to enter an order dismissing counts 1 and 2 of the plaintiff's amended complaint. Document 12. And B, awarding the county its costs pursuant to Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 54, and C, granting any other relief this court deems just and proper. So that was the motion to dismiss for failure. So the most recent update, that brings us to May 7th, 2025. And now we have the order in response to the amended complaint. ECF number 12, the defendant has moved to dismiss this action, challenging the plaintiff's standing to bring the suit and also arguing that the amended complaint fails to state a claim. Because the court's jurisdiction is in question, the case and all discovery will be and is stayed until the court resolves the motion to dismiss, ECF number 16. Plaintiff's response to the motion to dismiss is due 14 days, signed by Judge M. Casey Rogers. So as of right now, this is May 9th, 2025, and the docket was updated on May 8th, 2025. So as of right now, that's where it stands. And again, I'm just reading the documentation. I'm not a lawyer. And this is very confusing, but I just want to read what is here to kind of get a gist and kind of get both sides now. So I wanted to put a little bit more information on this. So my friends, until the next video, and when there's a response to this, I'll make another video. But I just wanted to keep you guys up to date on what's going on in the docket on this case involving the SS United States. So my friends, I thank you so much for watching. Until my next video, I'll talk to you soon.